Thank you for watching. I just want to say that this podcast is the first part of a 3-part podcast. I'm saying this because Robin tells at the inside of the podcast that it will be a 2-part, but as it said, it turned out a 3-part podcast. Enjoy and thank you again.
Okay, my friends, we have arrived. This time, we are going to be talking about the Sacred 4 Elements, Pachamama's Sacred 4 Elements. It will be a 2-part podcast this time. We have a lot to share. I think what we're going to try to do, our plan A is we're going to talk about the basics and talk about what we see around us and how the elements play into that. And then we want to get a little bit more practical with the second half and maybe connect with how it works, the elements in our bodies, and how we can align and assist the elements in this time of change. You have anything to add to that, Clementine? Did I leave anything out?
We will see how the podcast goes and how our waters are flowing when we're talking about elements. and
We're just
and
gonna flow.
how our fires are burning with passion. and
our ideas, our wind is blowing and clearing out. And good communication.
And how much we are grounded on our
we
earth.
can bring it down to earth. That's your job.
Okay. Let's start with the earth then. Because when we're talking about the elements are also a kind of very high intelligent beings, children from Pachamama, Mother Earth. I will say often Pachamama because for me that's way more easier to talk about her than Mother Earth. I have to go towards my brain to say Mother Earth, and when I can stay in my feeling when I'm saying Pachamama. So that's just the way I am working. So the elements are children of Pachamama, Mother Earth. And these elements are very high intelligent and are very conscious, high conscious beings. When we want to talk about the elements of Pachamama, we have to go a few steps back because it has a lot to do with the times we are living in right now. And these times are absolutely not easy, but we are perfectly in timing. These times are necessary, are very necessary, and nothing of it is there for you to be scared of. It doesn't mean that nothing will happen, but a lot of it, especially when you connect with the elements, you can change even the timeline from what will happen. I will explain this a little bit later on, or Robin will, one of us. So what is happening right now is a plan that is there already for thousands of years. In many, many prophecies from many different native people all over the world speak about these times. And it is even so beautiful that all those highly conscious people who lived then and now still, who are so much connected with Mother Earth and cosmic and the whole cosmic forces, are praying now for these times that it happen in the most beautiful way. um, what is happening is that Mother Earth is healing herself. For thousands of years, the world, Mother Earth, had to deal a lot with us humans, but before that, there were humanities that were very dangerous for Mother Earth because those humanities were on a conscious level way more advanced as we were. And because of that, they were so advanced, they were also able to change the planet. And so the body of Mother Earth was in danger. And because of that, those humanities had to go from this world, from our planet, because there was too much danger that Mother Earth would die. So therefore, for these times right now, she needed a humanity that had almost zero consciousness. Not zero, of course, because we all have a conscious, but when we talk about a conscious, or when I ask many people, what is your soul saying? Um, um, about 90% from the people who I had asked it to, they don't have a question. They are not connected with their consciousness. And because they are not connected with their own consciousness, they cannot they cannot connect with the consciousness surrounding them. What you don't possess, what you don't have, you cannot give. You cannot do. So you need this consciousness first find in yourself. And so when those older humanities um, 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 went away from this earth and our humanity came, it was time for Mother Earth to heal, to rest, to recover. And when we make a big leap to the now, is that Mother Earth is not only recovering and healing, this was all necessary to go to the higher consciousness. She is still doing it, and what she wanted to do is her frequency, that it grows, that it goes to a higher level. And therefore she needed the rest of those people who are living on her, that she could do it on her terms and in her time. And because we cannot connect with that, or the most of us cannot connect with that, we cannot interfere with it. We think we know what she needs, but many people from very good hearts want to help her, but it's not helping her. It's also not that big what we are doing that it will stop her or interfere her, but Mother Earth is way more able to look after herself than we can. The only thing we have to do is the mess we made to clean that up. So she can thrive, and then our planet will become way more beautiful.
So can I
What you can,
jump in?
of course.
So I agree, and I have also received that message. This is Pachamama's journey, Mother Earth's journey. The Save the Planet movements. What I got is it is arrogant of us to think we are in control of that. This is Pachamama's journey. The power is hers. She is purging herself. We are part of that. We're not the orchestrators. Where we need to be conscious is that we're living in balance with Pachamama's journey, that we are not. the cause of putting elements out of balance or using elements out of balance. So, in that manner, we have an effect, but not in the terms that we hear being thrown around with save the planet. The planet saving herself from us. But she's also, it isn't really kind of a war like that. It's a natural cycle. This is a natural cycle that Pachamama is going through. It's kind of like how people think about reincarnation. This Pachamama is ready for a new incarnation. That's not really a perfect way of describing it, but it's, you know, big changes like that is what we're witnessing right now. We're going from one era to another era, and it's not our journey, and we are not in control of the whole journey. We're in control of how we and what we contribute to that journey. That's what we need to be conscious of.
The way she looks at the other planets out there that are her brothers and sisters. And
Mhm.
when you look at this way, is Mother Earth is one of the youngest, and therefore she needs her older brothers and sisters to learn, and therefore she needs to elevate her vibration, her frequencies, and that is what's happening. She's on her way to become a sacred planet. And
Mhm.
because she was too young, this all she needed. And as Robin says, it is not our fault. What many people in power try to do, that it is our fault that the CO2 levels are too high. All those things that is, we are not able to do that. That we make a mess, yes. And that we have to clean it, yes. But everything what is said by science, what isn't the real science, well, the real science says something else, but what is said by science is not our fault. They just, it's a way of making us small.
Well, is part of her natural cycles. The ancestors knew of these cycles, and they left prayers and instructions, and they left energetic things in place to help us in these times. They knew these times were here. And deep in our own consciousness, in our cellular memory, we have all of the knowledge that we need to balance and harmonize with the cycles that we're in. That's why we chose to incarnate when we did, as this being right here, right now. I chose to be Robin Buck, and you chose to be who? Clementine, what's your last name?
I've never heard you saying my last name. Bergmans.
I know, it's Bergman, right?
Yeah, Bergmans.
Am I right? It's Bergman?
Yes.
Okay. And so we chose to be who we were, and we came in at this particular moment on purpose. And so now we're here, you know, our biggest should is that we should be getting in tune with our own consciousness and kind of babysitting our frequencies so that we match Pachamama's journey. Her frequencies are, she's raising her frequencies, coming into a new identity. We need to match that. She is using the four elements to do that. The four elements are the bridge between the outer world and the inner world. There is no difference between the elements that are putting the world together that we're looking at with these eyes and how the inside of this body works. The elements are that bridge. So to work with the elements to stay in harmony with what Pachamama is doing with the elements. You see how you were saying just a minute ago, Clementine, that Pachamama's siblings are what we call planets. Okay, the four elements are Pachamama's children. We are Pachamama's children. The four elements are our siblings. They're our older siblings. And we need to work with them on that level. When we connect on that level, we are already where Pachamama is in relationship with the elements. And we will be much more in harmony with the cycles.
Robin told before about cycles. What is very important to understand that the cycle she is meaning is that it's not round; it's a spiral. Uh,
Yes.
when Robin was talking, I'm again from the Earth-based perspective. So when you think in cycles, it is round and everything is repeating itself. That's not what it is. It is a spiral, an upward. How do you say it? A spiral that goes up, and
Mm-hmm.
that means that these times that are happening right now, here on Earth, never happened before. This is something completely new. And why I think this is important to know is that there are many people out there who try to guess what is happening next, but that next never happened already, so we don't know. Uh, um, um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which episode Robin said, be ready but never prepared. That's what we have to do. We have to react. And where I was talking about towards before, that where we going towards is extremely beautiful. That is what already for thousands of years is called the Garden of Eden. As in beauty terms, how beautiful Mother Earth will be, but also we as children of Pachamama will change that far also, that our being together with other people is from that beautiful place of high frequency, where we connect out of love with each other. When I'm saying something toward Robin, I feel how she can receive it. When I feel at that time that it doesn't feel right for her what I was saying towards her, I will feel that. So I can respond directly and say, oh, my sorry, that's not the way I meant it. Or you say differently, you do whatever it needed. And when you see that in a very big picture, that makes also that war at that level is not able to exist anymore, because what you do towards the other, you feel directly yourself. So it's like you fight yourself. And to make this Garden of Eden, Mother Earth is cleaning herself right now. And cleaning herself, she does that with her elements. So she speaks with her volcanoes. She speaks with the earthquakes. She speaks with the storms, with the tsunamis, with everything what can
Tornadoes.
happen to with borders, with wind, with earth, with landslides. That's the way she speaks. And many people are getting afraid right now because of that. When they live close to a volcano, that what can happen can affect people and can even harm people. But what Robin was also already talking about is we are very powerful beings, And when we can connect with our own elements, we can connect with the elements outside of us. And when one of those elements, in whatever way it is coming towards you, when you connect with that element, you can guide it as an elder brother or sister and say, please don't come towards this way, where here I live, or my family, or my community, a village, or a town, or a city. So you have to bend the way you are flowing, or the way you are burning, whatever it is, with which element is speaking. Connect with it, speak with it, and say, uh, uh, um, give it a way, give it a direction where it can go to, so that element can live. It needs to live. It needs to express. That's the expression of Mother Earth. And we can help with that by guiding those elements towards a direction that it doesn't harm that much people. And that is our job, even. But it's our job only when you can do it out of love, and do it out of
From the heart.
from the heart. Yeah. That's so really, really connected, and not to only the love for the other human, but even being amazed how powerful Mother Earth is. And that's just the way she speaks. That's just the way, what she needs right now, what she needs to do. And it's our
I
job.
would like to
Go on.
I would like to add right here before we get too far from this. We just said it needs to come from the heart. That is critical, that you are in your heart, that you are in your feelings. It is not coming from the brain and the ego. More damage can happen from the brain and the ego. It's not a whole prayer. And so it's caught more imbalance when you're coming out of the brain and the ego. So to pray and work with the elements has to be heart centered.
I would even say it this way, that when you want to guide, for instance, fire out from the ego, you will get burned badly. When you don't do it with an open heart, with love, she hopes that whatever happened in my surroundings, in the region I live in, I will embrace her. I will put my arms around her and let her do whatever she wants to do, and still love her. Also, when my roof from my house will blow away, to be able to that is unconditional love. And when you do that, we are more safe. And also, when we can stay in this unconditional love in times that Mother Earth is really, I don't know if I say the right word, rambling the earth, and we are all shaking. Um,
We ramble. Mother Earth rumbles. Yeah.
oh, right. I was almost there.
It was so close.
I'm learning. um, when I know, now I don't know anymore what it was. Rumbling? When Mother Earth is rumbling?
Rumbling.
Rumbling, then, stay connected with her. When you have love for her, stay in that love. And we are going to talk about more. I think that now is the moment, or do you want to first react on this?
I want to add one little thing right here. I think this would be a really good time before we start really talking about the elements is to distinguish between Pachamama, Mother Earth, and the sacred element of Earth. Is they are two different consciousness. Pachamama is the consciousness of the entire planet, and Pachamama is the element of Earth's mother. So the element of Earth is the soil and the physical of the planet. Pachamama is the conscious being that is the whole planet.